Hello, everyone. This is Live Life Well TV host Robert Landau. And you know what? We have a towering episode for you on this episode of Crazy Fun Facts. What do I mean? Well, you just are going to have to stay tuned. So before we go any further, we would like to acknowledge the following website, thefactsite.com. So it was the tallest man-made structure for no less than 41 years. What am I talking about? The one, the only towering Eiffel Tower. Of course, in Paris, France. The Eiffel Tower stands at a grand 1,024 feet tall. Completed on March 31st, 1889, the Eiffel Tower became the world's tallest man-made structure to exist. 41 years later, the Chrysler Building in New York City was constructed and overtook the height of the Eiffel Tower. An antenna was added to the Eiffel Tower, which just happened to extend the height of the structure to 1,063 feet, which meant it, guess what, overtook the Chrysler Building in New York City. So, ha, ha, ha. Other buildings were soon constructed in the US, which meant that the Eiffel Tower was pushed to second tallest once again. Despite becoming the second tallest building in the world at the time, the Eiffel Tower remained the tallest in France, that is until 1973. This was when a military transmitter was built and its height exceeded the Eiffel Tower. As of 2021, the Eiffel Tower is still one of France's largest structures other than military transmitters and a viaduct. Did you know that there is an apartment inside the tower of the Eiffel Tower? On the third floor of the Eiffel Tower, there just happens to be a secret apartment. Shh. Don't tell anyone. You didn't hear it from me. If anybody says they did, well, I just don't know what I'll do. But although Gustave Eiffel did not design the tower, he had influence in what should be included in the design. One feature was for him to have his own private apartment inside the tower, which just happened to have its own living room, bathroom, kitchen, and separate toilet. I bet you didn't know that. He used it as a venue to host guests such as the Thomas Edison, and he was often approached by rich Parisians who wanted to rent the apartment from him. And can you blame them, actually? The apartment is open to the public, but as a museum room where there is a wax figure of both Gustave Eiffel and Thomas Edison. The Eiffel Tower was only supposed to last for 20 years. The tower was originally built by Eiffel to commemorate 100 years since the French Revolution. It was entered into the Exposition Universelle, also known as the World's Fair. The tower was designed to stay up for 20 years and then deconstructed once the fair was over and people would have lost interest. But you know what? They didn't. They still haven't. They probably won't ever lose interest. So the tower stayed, and thank God for that. There was a lot of scientific interest in the tower for its height and the possibility of its becoming a transmitting tower. As a result, The tower remained and became an important element in radio transmission. The first public radio program was broadcast from the Eiffel Tower in 1925. There used to also be a post office at the Eiffel Tower. On the first floor of the Eiffel Tower, there used to be a small post office. I was visiting Paris in the late 1960s. I don't remember being back there since, but we went to the Eiffel Tower, and I seem to remember a post office, so I might have seen it actually. Sadly, as of now, the post office is no longer there, but back in the day, you were able to post your postcards and letters from the Eiffel Tower. Very good idea, good for tourists. The novelty, of course, allowed visitors to post from the tower back home to friends and family from a truly one-of-a-kind, unique place. Letters and postcards were given a special Eiffel Tower stamp as they were posted from there to their ongoing destinations. The first ever French illustrated postcard of the Eiffel Tower was printed on site and then sent from this post box at the post office. Did you know that the Eiffel Tower was once yellow? Yeah, yellow. Over the years, the Eiffel Tower has been painted many colors to keep up with fashion trends in Paris. When the Eiffel Tower first opened in 1889, it was a red-brown color. 10 years later, a yellow coat of paint was added, which created a yellow-brown color. The Eiffel Tower was then a chestnut brown before being painted the color that it is today. The color of the Eiffel Tower today is a paint that was especially mixed back in 1968 and called Eiffel Tower Brown. The Eiffel Tower is repainted every 7 years, and around 60 tons of paint is used. There is a bunker under the Eiffel Tower. Under the south pillar of the tower, there is an old military bunker. It is said that the bunker was made with a secret tunnel connecting it to the École Militaire, the military school in Paris. Although the bunker is still a bit of a mystery to the public, it is open to small groups for pre-booked tours. Part of it has been converted into a museum where visitors can learn more about the Eiffel Tower. It contains unique photographs of the early stages of the construction of the Eiffel Tower. Did you also know that weather influences changes to the Eiffel Tower? The Eiffel Tower is made of iron, which means that when the temperature changes, so does the tower. In cold weather, the iron can shrink by around 6 inches in height, meaning that the tower becomes slightly smaller. When the weather is hot, the heat makes the iron expand, and records show that it has expanded to about 7 inches in the past. The Eiffel Tower was designed with a hollow structure to resist wind. However, the tower does move around 1 to 3 inches from side to side in very high winds. Interesting, huh? It will also move more if it is a hot day and the iron has expanded and become more flexible. The Eiffel Tower was once the world's largest billboard. You might not think of the Eiffel Tower as being a structure for advertisement, but throughout its life, it has had many, many purposes. From 1925 to 1936, the Eiffel Tower was illuminated with 250,000 light bulbs that would spell out Citroën. the French car manufacturer, used the Eiffel Tower as a billboard to promote their company, Citroën. Covering a span of 100 feet, each letter of the brand was illuminated from top to bottom. The advertisement was so bright that it could be seen from 20 miles away. In 1927, Charles Lindbergh used the bright lights as a beacon for landing after his solo transatlantic flight. Nazis tried to take over the Eiffel Tower in World War II during the German occupation of Paris. An attempt to place a swastika flag was made. The tower was already closed to the public, and lift cables had been cut to ensure reduced access to the tower. Nazis tried to attach a large swastika flag to the top of the Eiffel Tower to show their takeover of Paris. The flag was so big that it immediately flew off and had to be replaced with a smaller flag. Did you know that 2,500,000 rivets hold the Eiffel Tower together? That might sound like a lot, but for a structure that weighs a total of 10,100 tons, it isn't surprising. 18,038 iron parts were used during construction, and the frame alone, just the frame, weighs 7,300 tons. Holding these parts together were 2,500,000 rivets. The tower was a landmark piece that demonstrated the ability to construct incredible, remarkable iron structures in very short amounts of time. To that end, it only took 2 years, 2 months, and 5 days to build, which really was revolutionary at the time. It is one of the most visited monuments in the world. I'm sure you know that. The Eiffel Tower is known globally, and it, of course, serves as an iconic landmark to not only Paris, but France itself. The Eiffel Tower, pre-COVID, sees around 7 million visitors each year. Around 75% of visitors are foreigners, which means that the Eiffel Tower is the most visited, paid for monument in the world. The remaining 25% visitors happen to be French, which means that just under 2 million visitors have come to see one of their own national monuments. Did you know that taking a photo of the Eiffel Tower at night is illegal? The Eiffel Tower is considered to be a work of art, and with works of art come copyright laws. Copyright laws in the European Union state that if someone holds the copyright to something, it is valid for their life and for 70 years after their death. This means that when the Eiffel Tower's creator passed in 1923, the tower would become copyright-free after 70 years. So from 1993, the Eiffel Tower image became copyright-free, and this is why the replica was allowed to be built in Las Vegas. However, it wasn't until 1985 when decorative night lighting was installed. This means that the copyright is still very much in date, so it is illegal to take photos of the Eiffel Tower after dusk. Although it is highly unlikely for you to be taken to court for taking a nighttime photo of the Eiffel Tower for personal use, it is possible to be prosecuted for a commercial shoot. So there you have it. Crazy, fascinating, fun facts, I would suspect, most of which you did not know prior, about the one and only Eiffel Tower. We would like to thank you for tuning into this episode of Crazy Fun Facts. This has been Robert Landau, Live Life Well TV host. Thank you so much for tuning in.